how do you leverage your energy for your corporate growth? In this video, I'm going to lay out why is it that your energy, your physiology, the way you come across in front of people, actually the way you walk, why is it critical? And second, what are the 3 ways in which you can immediately gain higher energy at your workplace and actually in life in general? So the whole idea about what energy will do to me is kind of, it's like not something which is very well understood by people, because what people think is, hey, if I do my job well, keep my head down, if I work very, very well, I'm going to gain favors. Or if I start connecting with people, if I do networking, go for evening drinks, I'm going to get noticed. If I go get active on LinkedIn, I'm going to get noticed. If I go and do a white paper in my company, I'm going to get noticed. While all of these things are important, people miss out on this core element of how you work, how you engage at workplace has such a strong positive influence on your career. So there was a study that I heard about somewhere in 2017. I think the study was done in mid 2000s, so in like 2005 or something. The study was done in California, and which was that people who walk a bit faster typically make 25% more money than people who walk a little bit sluggishly. And it just blew my mind, and I started observing people, how they're walking to office, and I started judging people, which is obviously not nice, but I started observing people, and I started also remembering that people that I have worked with, what kind of energy level they had. And every single time when people actually had the sluggish behavior, when they are really very slow in talking about things which are important for even them, like, when people are very slow, it just had that impression that this person is slow, this person can't get the work done, and normally they wouldn't get the juicy projects that other people will get, and as a result they're obviously they won't make more money. So it's not that, oh, I increase my energy and tomorrow somebody says, oh, you have high energy, I'm going to give you more money. It's that gradually, as you increase your energy, the way you engage at the workplace changes. The kind of conversation that you have with people, people perceive that you're taking interest in them because of your energy. Obviously, you don't have to have like eyes popping, like my eyes pop up because I'm like a high energy guy, always have been. But in your own way, if you're an introvert, you have certain energy around you, just carry it forward. Like for instance, if you think about it, maybe at workplace you work in a different way, but let's say that you are with friends and you're talking about cars and you love cars. Suddenly, the introvert sitting inside you will actually say, hold on a second, I love what I'm talking about, and I'm going to actually talk about it with some gusto, and you suddenly have some energy around you. You obviously would not be pumping your fist, but it's going to make a big difference in the way you communicate and people perceive you differently. So people say, hey, if you want to talk about car, talk to Ashish. If you want to talk about this particular other topic, you talk to this person. So that's the way it works. Now, as I work with a lot of people as a coach, I have to obviously engage with people. In my corporate job, obviously I engage with people, but I did not know this principle. But as I actually started telling people, how do you manage your energy? What are the various energy drainers? And I'll talk about 3 ways in which you can increase your energy. As I started helping them implement it, I found some amazing results. So 3 results come to mind instantly. One was my own partner, my wife's job. Another were 2 of my clients, because obviously when I work with people, you work with people across all aspects of their life. So my wife's results, my wife was this introvert who was working as a project manager in Westpac and something in called ARR or ERR or something, which was basically regulatory compliance. And she's that introvert who would not talk, and we had some conversation about energy, and I told her to act out in a different way. And back then I would still think, fake it till you make it, and you need to have high energy or high gusto. I used to believe that, now I don't. But anyway, I told her about some of these things, and she implemented part of it, and she instantly noticed a big difference in the company. Like, she would go to office, and when she's talking to people, she would not look at them in the eyes, but she started looking them in the eyes. She started repeating the statement that they're saying. She leaned forward, the body language changed a bit, and very soon she got noticed by a person who actually handpicked her for a project where she had to deal with CXO level people. Amazing growth. amazing growth in a period of like 6 months period. And in second case, there was this guy who was a project manager in a company here in Australia. And this guy was like normal, not an introvert, not an extrovert, but generally engaged in life. But at workplace, he was not feeling energetic. So that started showing in the way he showed up everywhere. And that was really pushing his energy down. So while he was doing certifications, while I was doing a whole lot of things to upgrade his skills to get noticed, we talked about this energy. And I was like, every meeting, you're like sluggish, you're like speaking very slowly, very deliberately. And it's a little bit of a pain to get through things. And he just made two simple changes, like very simple micro changes. One, he just started talking a little bit faster, only a little bit faster, because if people talk in a certain way, it's very hard for them to change. But he started talking a little bit faster because he started taking more interest in the subject that was being discussed. And second, he just became a little bit straighter. That's it. And things changed. He got noticed not by his manager, but a peer manager, like a peer of his manager. That person handpicked him in his project, and in 6 months he got promoted. This was a promotion which was pending for last 4 years in his previous work with his previous manager. So obviously the ecosystem changed, environment changed, but he attracted that environment because of his manager. Another case, there's this person who was noticed because this person just went out and he participated in did a white paper and then talked about it. But when he talked about it, he was so much in love with that work, and he remembered all the principles that we had spoken about. He just went and delivered. In the crowd, there was a senior vice president level person who noticed him. Everything shifted. So I wanted to establish that energy is absolutely critical. Now, I would also want to remove a couple of myths before I talk about those three things which will raise your energy up. So that energy is needed. Now, different people have different energy. Like I am somebody who's a high energy person. In fact, I remember way back in 1999, I was working for this company called Trigent in 99 in Bangalore. And one of my managers said to me, not my manager, manager's peer who was close to me, he said to me, Kapil, your energy is a little bit too high, so you need to just lower it down. And at my workplace, people will always ask me to speak slowly. And maybe part of you is also wondering, can you speak slowly, please? I can't understand. But that's who I've always been. And every time I would just curtail myself down, it was a problem. So what I understood through this entire process, looking at so many people, like I managed 600 people team in Cognizant. I was one of the founding members for Cognizant Australia. I was one of the founding members for Microsoft IT in India. So I managed all these people and I engaged with so many people in my career. And then especially as a coach, I've personally spoken to 2,500 people who wanted to find out what I do so that if they want to sign up for my program. And then I've coached 800 plus people. Now, all throughout this journey, what I found is that, and it was for my improvement because I just thought there's one kind of energy, is that everybody has different energy. People deal with things in a different way. You don't have to have an explosive energy. You have to have your kind of energy, your corner, something that you are comfortable with. So you have to know that you don't have to become like somebody else. In fact, the more you try to absorb somebody else's energy, it will not work. I remember there was this guy, Gaurav, in Cognizant. He was a AVP, and when he will walk in the office, he had an executive presence around him. He will just go stand in a corner and just watch. And then he'll open his mouth and say something, and everybody will just focus on him. It was so good. And I remember subconsciously try to duplicate his style, try to copy his style, and try to just slow down and walk in a measured way. It was so stupid. Obviously, it did not work for me. It would not work for anybody because he was in his own energy, I'm in my own energy. So the biggest myth people have is you have to have energy means explosion and light and thunder and lightning moment. It does not. It means you're so comfortable with what you are, who you are, and what you know about the topic that you're just going to be just talking about it with the usual sense, but with happiness and joy. Because if you're talking about, motorbike and you love motorbike, you will obviously have energy around it. So that's the thing. So your own energy is good enough. Now, 3 ways in which you can actually increase your energy. Number 1, very important, watch your body. If I was delivering this entire thing with like my body slugged up like this, even if it's a very minor change, my hand is there, it will not have the same gusto, it will not have the same intent. So when I stand, and that's how I stand now, when I stand with my shoulder back, drawn back, there is certain energy around me, it's going to connect better, and I hope it connect better. If you're watching this video, so far, that means it connects with you. And I'm hoping that you would say, okay, I want to see more of this stuff, and you will like, subscribe, and follow. So anyways, the way you watch your body, how your body is. If you're walking to office, you like this kind of a movement, or you're carrying the backpack here and you're just walking like this, it will have a different perception created outside. You will also not feel it. Like, for instance, if I were to ask you right now as you're watching it, stop the watching part, close your eyes, and think about something which is difficult currently in your life, something which is a problem in your life, something which you do not like, something which is a challenge to deal with. Now, open your eyes and watch where your body is. Most likely, your face would have drooped down, your shoulder would have just hunched down, your back would have arched a bit, and you would be feeling a little bit bad here. Now, here's the thing. What I would like you to do is straight up, and just do 5-star jumps, just do 5-star jump. This is 5, right? You do 5-star jump. Or for those people who say, I don't want to do star jump because I'm watching this video while lying on the bed, just shake your body, or sit up straight, and see how it feels. Suddenly you feel better. What happens when you feel better? When you feel better, you deal with people in a better way. When you deal with people in a better way, they respond back in a better way. You gradually start collecting good coins. That's it. Your energy goes up. Right? Fantastic. Okay, this is about the first part. Second part, watch your tonality and watch your interaction. Like, a lot of times, like for instance, if I'm talking to somebody who's going through a massive problem, and I'm again, you could do this and you could do that, and why don't you do this and get up, that person is going to get intimidated, right? So you have to watch your tonality. When there is something which is solemn, you watch your tonality. You do not have to actually you don't have to remove your energy, but you can actually be more compassionate in your voice, in the way you're engaging with them, right? You see how my voice just becomes slightly simpler. There's a little edge that drops off from a normal go kind of a thing. So watch your tone, how you're talking to people, right? If you're talking very, very slowly and you take really long time in finishing your statement, it's going to actually bore a lot of people, and they will just divert your attention to somewhere else. If my entire video was with that tonality, possible you will not even be here watching this so far, right? So you have to watch your tonality. You have to watch the interaction with people. Start watching it. Start observing that when you're talking to your manager about a difficult situation, you will normally find your body language going down, and that will pass subconscious message to them that you're not a confident person. It will pass subconscious message to them that you're not sure about yourself. It will pass subconscious message to them. Maybe they should not treat you with that kind of respect that you probably deserve because of your knowledge. So while knowledge is good, your tonality, your interaction, the way you are, the way you're standing, everything is important, right? And yes, it's a bit of a deliberate thing to do, to watch your body, but you got to do it. Like, your hand, it's very easy. Like, it's like this versus like this. There's a big difference. Like, you just move it like that, and you will see a big difference in the way you are. And I know sometimes when I get excited and I start leaning forward, my body starts going down, and I don't know why I start feeling tired, because I'm not in my element, right? So very important. Watch your body, watch your tonality. The third thing, notice the energy drainers in your life. There could be people who could be energy drainers. There are people that you talk to and they actually drain the energy. They suck the energy out of you. I remember we had a friend long back who would talk to my wife, and every time she will talk to my wife, she will have a problem to talk about. And because my wife is nice, she's nice, she wanted to actually help this person. So she would listen to her and advise, but after that her energy would go down, right? Some people are energy drainers. Don't talk to them, right? News is often an energy drainer because news tells you that something is wrong with the world. Don't watch news. If you can stop it, will be the best thing for you. Other than that, watch your habit, what you drink. Like, you will normally see if you have a very heavy meal with a lot of carb, your energy will go down immediately. Almost immediately your energy goes down. So watch what you eat, watch what you consume, social media and all of it. If you're watching stuff which is which is going to uplift you, your energy will be high. So there are energy drainers that you have to take care of in your life. Otherwise, your energy will very easily, very fast, energy will just start keep going down, and you will find that you're not engaging well at the workplace as well, because how you are in your personal life is how you are at the workplace, right? So watch out the energy drainer. It could be a peer group, it could be a managers, some type of a conversation with people. Watch it. The best way I always tell people is to write down what are the energy drainers I have got in my life, and then decide what are you going to do about them. And I promise you, if you do this, if you actually engage like that, it will change the way your work is going to be. So just to summarize, what we covered is how is it that your energy, your high energy, can completely change your corporate game. People who have high energy make more money. And there are examples that I gave you from my own life, my wife's life, and 2 clients' life. And then we talked about 3 things which will up your energy. First, watch your body. Second, watch your tonality and interaction. And third, notice your energy drainer and take action on them. I hope that you like it. I hope that this makes a difference to you. And if you want to see more such content, I would ask you to click on the like, subscribe, and follow. And we'll see you very soon with something amazing again. Grateful.